Welcome to another exciting episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
Good afternoon, YouTube. Here with you on this Tuesday afternoon, day after Christmas. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I know I did, and that's all I'm going to say about that. This video primarily is dealing with Bill's assertion that he does not have a Knight 600 series tube tester. Hope to prove him wrong on that today. And a few things I got to go over. First off, we're going to look at the comparison of the numbers that he gave me in his video yesterday, and I'm going to show you pictures of my roll chart, and I think you will agree that the numbers do match yours pretty good there, Bill. That's undisputable proof there, I think. Now, as far as what those bold letters mean on the roll chart there, Bill, I'm going to post up a picture from the manual that states what it is the light-faced type numbers there are the ones that are used to test for the shorts. If it's in boldface, you don't test those. So I think you knew that, but maybe you just forgot. I don't know. But anyway, that's what that means. And also the asterisk by the 35W4 tube. There's another thing I'll post on the screen here. It shows you what that asterisk means. I forgot now exactly what it said, but you can see it there on the screen what it means. Something about continuity, or you have to test for continuity, or there's a tap on the filament or something like that. And I don't know exactly. I don't have it in front of me now. I'm just sitting here trying to remember what all I did this morning as far as pictures I've made. So that's that. And the next thing we're going to look at here is, alright, the next thing you're going to see here is the pictures of the catalog. Now, this is a catalog, Allied Radio catalog from 1961. And the page is page number 60. I don't know if I've got that on there or not, but that's what page number it is. Again, this is 1961 Allied Radio catalog. Now, back in these days, the only way to get things like this was called mail order. You basically had a catalog, and just like Sears or JCPenney or whatever, you had an order form. You sent that in along with your check for whatever it was, and they mailed it out to you. Now, for these items that you wanted to buy, there was a number. It's called a catalog number, and that was what you used to order the item by. Now, I'm going to show you here, Bill, what we've got, and you see the picture of the entire page there, and I know you can make it out. It says Knight 600 tube tester. Now, if we get a little closer, we can see that the description tells what it is. It's a tube tester. And if you look there on the right side, you'll see there's the prices. And we're going to zoom in just a little bit more, and we're going to show you that catalog number corresponds to the number that you gave me, the 83. I don't know, I don't have it in front of me, but let me see if I can pull it up here. Let's see. Yeah, 83XY or YX143. Now, that on the left over there, but in the yellow, you see it says counter model. Now, in the next picture, you'll see the portable model, And the actual number that you should be using as far as that is 83YX142, because yours has the portable model wooden case, and mine is the counter model. It doesn't have a case, it's just metal. So those are two more distinct little things there. Also, if you want to look at the picture of the actual tester there up above, I'll show you a blowed up picture of that. Now that's the counter model. There is the one that I've, is the big picture. And if you look at the other side there, you'll see the portable model inside the wooden case. Now I'm sure you will agree that is an exact copy of what you have in front of you there at in your workbench. And you can see very clearly it says Model 600 Deluxe Tube Test Tech. I can't even talk. Model 600 Deluxe Tube Checker Kits. And they were kits. You had to put them together. It even shows you a little part there about the switch up there in the left corner top there, about the how they provide the switch all wired up and everything ready to go. But anyway, that is your tube tester there. Now that happens to be in 1961. I'm guessing they have went from the 600 to the 600A, because what you have is a 600A, and you see there's no new Vista socket there, and there's a cover over the tube socket on the other side there that's not used. It's just a blank in there. Anyway, that's what you got there, Bill. Now again, this is 1961. I think mine, the one I have, the original 600 with no letter designation, I believe that came out in the mid to late 50s. And so that's when the tube tester itself was created. And by, like I said, 1961, they'd updated it a little bit. You can see the, I'm going to show you the differences here between all four of the 600 series models. And so you can see exactly what the differences are and why they made them, I guess, is what you would say. But all right, we're going to do that next. So hang on just a second. All right, back here now we're looking at the Knight 600 tube tester. Now this is the 600 model. There is no designation A, B, C, D, or anything like that. It's just the Knight 600 tube tester. And this is the exact one that I have. Excuse me. And some unique aspects of this tube tester are first the meter. We'll look at that. You'll notice the meter has a bar for good and bad for the emission test, but there is none for the gas test, which is directly underneath it. They're just words that said good and bad in red and green. So that's all. That's one unique aspect of the 600. Also, the next aspect is the lettering down there at the bottom of the tube tester for the that identifies the tube tester. It says Knight tube tester. You can see it's different than the rest. Well, you will see, but this is the original one, and that's what it looks like. Now, next thing we're going to look at is the knobs. Now, mine has a chocolate knobs, just exactly like these pictured, and it has a line for the pointer, a white line in each one of them. So that's the other thing. Now, the last thing we're going to look at for the unique aspects of these is the sockets themselves. You notice on the 600 there is no New Vista, I cannot say that word for some reason, New Vista socket, and there is a blank over on the other side where there is no socket, just a blank cover. So that's the 600, and what we're going to look at next is the 600A. Bill, this is the one you have, and if I point out something that is wrong, you let me know, but pretty sure this is the one you have. So if we look at the picture there, that's what it looks like. We can look at the meter. It's pretty much the same as the 600. There's I noticed that I believe at some point Allied decided to update that meter, and use the one with the bar for the outline there for the good and bad on the gas test as well. Because I think that happened in the middle of the run for the 600A, because there are some 600As there I've seen that have the meter, updated meter, with the red and green bar below the emission test for the gas test. But anyway, that's I believe yours doesn't have that, Bill. I think yours still has the old style. Also, the next thing is the graphic for the logo, whatever you want to call it, down below. You'll notice how that changed. That went to a more modern looking night tube tester, and it's on towards the left of the bottom there instead of in the center. And the next thing we'll look at is the knobs. Knobs are round now, and they have basically a white dot for the pointer, and they more modern I guess is what they were going for. But also the we'll look at the tube sockets for the 600A, and they have not changed much there at all. They pretty much the same as the 600. No new Vista socket, and there is a cover I think on the other side there. So that's the 600A. Now the 600B starts getting into a little bit different thing. You'll notice right away that the meter has the red and green bar for the gas test instead of just the lettering, and it looks much like a smaller version of the emission test above it. And so those are that's a 600B meter. So the next one we're going to look at is the logo at the bottom. It now it reads Night 600. Oh no, I'm sorry, it doesn't read that. It says Night KG 600B tube tester, and it's in the center now, and you'll see that very clearly. And Ron C has one of these, I believe, and Ron, you correct me if I'm wrong on any of this. I think I'm pretty correct. Now the knobs, next picture is knobs. I don't believe they changed much. They're still round with the white pointer, white dot for the pointer. Now the last picture of the 600B we're going to look at is the excuse me, I cannot talk this morning for some reason. The last picture we're going to look at here is the sockets again. Now you'll notice the on the left side there is a socket for the new Vista in the center of those 4 sockets there, and also on the right side, in addition to the cover being removed from the one socket, it's actually got a socket now, and there's another socket below it. So there's some changes. Each one of these changes just add additional functions for the tester. It did not change any of the other aspects of the testing data. In other words, all the it's still tested the same, the older tubes the same way. It's just these newer tubes were added for the tester to test. So and it needed some new sockets. So now the last one we're going to look at is the Night 600C tube tester, and you can see right away that hang on a second. Got to lower my picture a little bit here so I can see what I'm looking at. Okay. The last thing, the meter has not changed any. I didn't even bother doing that, and the knobs did not change anything. But the big change, other than the logo, we're going to look at the logo. The logo now says Night KG 600C tube tester, and it's still in the center. But like I said, the addition of the next picture here is the new sockets. There's another socket on the left and another socket on the right. So there's even more versatility to this tester as they've added more tubes to test. Now this next picture, I'm not really sure exactly what that is, but it's obviously a little bit different than the rest of them. And I figure it's either adjustment for something or another light or something, but I couldn't tell exactly what it was from the picture. Anybody that's got a 600C can let me know what that is. But anywho, the last picture here is basically a look at the entire face of the tester. It's more modern looking. Everything is more crisp, clean, design, and you can just tell that it's a later model from the rest of them. Roll chart looks better. Everything looks nicer. So that's what we're looking at here, Bill, is the 600 series, and like I said, it's pretty clear that is a 600A night tube tester. Now that those catalog numbers were used, like I said, to order the tube testers from the mail order catalog from the Allied Radio. This is all the night stuff is made by Allied Radio, and anyway, like I said, I think you'll agree that the what you have there is a 600A tester. Again, if you don't believe that, I will buy you breakfast. I don't care. I think everybody, I like to see it in the comments. You guys that agree with my assertions here that it's what he has. So we'll kind of leave it up to the viewers and see what they say about it. But anyway, it's all in fun. I know you know that, but it is the same numbers though. Like I said, I showed you that the first, and the roll chart's the same on mine as it is on yours, and I do know mine is a 600, no letter designation, just a plain 600 night tube tester. So I think you can agree with that, I hope. But I hope you learned how to use your blue ESR meter by now, and got that going. So that looked kind of interesting. I might have to check that out a little further. But anywho, that's I didn't mean to make a big long video of this, and I hope it didn't. But you let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. So the rest of you guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Let me put this up here at the window again. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and thanks so much for watching, and we will see ya.